Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, well, we couldn't figure out where you guys ran off to, but I guess we'll keep going. We'll try this take two. Not sure what the issue is this evening, but
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, where'd you guys go? Like we were sitting here waiting.
We're sitting here hanging out with, and you guys leave us. You freeze the pro. We fired Phil. Okay.
We did fire Phil. I mean,
and we thought that was the problem, but apparently there's a bigger problem. So hey, like I said, every time the show goes down, we'll do shots.
What?
We are doing shots every time the show goes down. And hopefully that was just the one time.
Yes. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah, we're trying to explain the old, we're not going to make fun of Facebook anymore because that apparently gets you kicked off.
Out, yeah.
So we're going to try to keep the digital effects at a minimum. We didn't even put up any, actually.
There was nothing there.
Rosina, Phil. Oh, I put them in the minors for tonight for the season finale. I was not expecting the show to go down, but anyways, we're back. This is Thursday Night Live. I deleted the other one so nobody gets confused and watches 35 seconds of nothing.
Yes.
So, again, we're glad you guys are here with us on our season finale, episode 24, and it's bittersweet.
Super bittersweet. Yep.
It's been we did put together a little compilation of the entire season, and I'm afraid to press play.
Do it at the very end.
We're gonna do it at the end, okay?
Just
so
in case.
If all things go down, we're gonna crush out these flies in about 3 minutes, and then we can just sit and drink beer and hang out. But what we need to do first is we need to talk about this Lucky Flybox donation giveaway, because that draw is going to take place at 8:30 come hell or high water, whether we're connected or not. So yeah, if you want to get in on this Flybox donation giveaway, the website will pop up somewhere over in Tim's screen. There, flyfishingbowever.com/Thursday Night Live. And do head over there, click on the Lucky Flybox, and make sure that you get your donation in so that you get a chance to win this Flybox. And yeah,
you want it.
Flybox just got a lot more full today, especially for you bass fishermen. We threw in some deer hair poppers and some foam frogs and a couple of mice, couple more. So it's completely jam-packed full of flies. And what's that, Tim? You have something else you want to raffle off tonight?
We do. We do have something else we'd like to raffle off tonight. But before we do that, there's another thing we want to tell you about that's really exciting. So we've teamed up with Norvice for tonight's show.
That's a good point.
We have. Tim over at Norvice has been very generous. He's offering up a code just while we're live. So from now until we shut down, which is probably going to be sometime between now and roughly 10 o'clock, if you go to the Norvice website, he's going to give you 25% off your order tonight. So 25% off. The code is Bow River 2020, all lowercase, no spaces.
I put a big case in
Ooh, no big cases. Bow River 2020, all lowercase. If you have any issues with that, let us know. But that is the code that's been set up for us. So definitely head on over there. It's great. We're thankful to be part of their team. Thankful that they're part of the show with us. So 25% off. That's no joke. If you're Canadian, that's almost just covers the fact that our dollar's worth nothing. And if you're American, you're laughing. So go on, check them out. There's it's pretty big, 25% off.
25% off everything Norvice. That code only works until the show ends. Not until it freezes and kicks us off, but until it ends.
Until we're done.
So we're going to keep coming back in here until it ends. So if you ever wanted to get into a Norvice, I do know that their discounts don't go much deeper than that. So that's a pretty awesome offer.
It's a wicked discount, so take advantage of it.
They've extended to you guys to get into a Norvice. I mean, it is fishing season, and
you're going to need your flies.
You're going to need your flies. So head over to Norvice, I believe norvice.com, and enter, I put Norvis.
Norvis.
I'm out of control. Somebody fire me. Bring Phil back. Norvice, 25% off. So the Lucky Fly Box, we have 463 entries, and Janina's upstairs cutting up all of your names. Every time somebody enters, she's getting the notifications upstairs, and she's putting them into a bucket or a bowl or something. And at 8 o'clock, we will draw. So first of all, thank you guys, everybody who has donated to this. That's phenomenal. This definitely helps out, the finances of putting 24 episodes, 60 flies, plus worm season. We did about 7 that night.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We don't
a lot.
keep track of the cost, but
it helps.
Yeah.
hugely.
So how do you enter? So if you read this scrolling marquee at the top.
You did say 8:30 up there, not 8. So which is it?
No, it's 8:30. That's what I said.
And you just said 8. So it's 8:30.
It's 8:30. Yep. I'm like sheepishly looking at this computer just to see when it freezes. So we're gonna need some good vibes here for this. So yeah, head over to flyfishingbowever.com/Thursday Night Live, or just flyfishingbowever.com, and you'll see right there how to get entered. Click on Lucky Fly Box and go ahead. So we're going to take entries up until 8:30, and then at 8:30 we are going to have everybody, all your entries put into a bowl. That was a painstaking task, and next time I'll find a better way to do it for Janine.
Yeah, for her.
For her.
Less
yeah, so there's that. There's the Bow River 2020. Enter that at checkout, and you get 25% off of all of your Norvice. Whatever you want. Get a vice, get 2 vices, get your buddy a vice, send me a vice. I could sip my beer on it.
Buy a bunch of bobbins, whatever it is.
Bobbins, yes. Even if you don't want to get into a Norvice, the actual vice, or you just bought yourself a vice, I highly recommend these Norvice bobbins. You're gonna see Tim. Oh yeah, how's that? Are you sweating from that fly you got to tie today? He loves it.
We'll talk about it more later, but
the deer hair, the extended deer hair drake, is tough, and I'm sitting here smiling.
Because he's the one who picked it. That's why.
Yes. I thought you actually told me to pick it.
I feel like I would have never done that.
Okay. Enough about us. Let's talk about you guys. The last time I tried to do this, they kicked us off. So hang in there. We want to say hi to you guys because you're an important part of the show. And we love the banter, the communication. And I think we have to note that Rick Gertzen won the fly tying table at the brewery. And Rick, if you could just post that photo, because Rick is a tattoo artist and an artist above all, and he did some pretty epic things to that table that he won.
Did. It's killer,
so
man.
That's pretty awesome to see. So Rick, you're a top fan, and you should be. Cam isn't, and I like how the top fans came back. Alana, aloha, Tom, here we go. We didn't have to run to the beer store. We have a cooler full of Bow River Brewing Riverfest. We also have their new the barley wine, which we're going to try.
Barley wine?
Bottle 7 of 58. They only bottled 58.
Wow.
And it's apparently potent.
All right. Couch
So,
it is.
yeah, so let us know where you're from. We want to say hi. I missed a bunch of comments, and so I'm trying to just scroll through and see where everybody is. So, Bruce, Brandy, what's up? Brandy's a top fan, and Cam isn't. Our moths are finally synced. Cam said that, and I think he meant mouse. Oh, he did. Elaine Lee. I actually met the Elaine Lee, Doug's wife.
When did this happen?
She came to the brewery and said, hi, I am.
Wow.
And apparently Doug is sharing this fly tying thing with all of her friends. And all of her friends are like, what are you tying fly? What are you doing? So good on you, Doug. Share it with all your friends.
Share away.
All you guys share the video. The more people in here, the merrier. Rusty's drinking Dr. Pepper in America. American Dr. Pepper. It is my favorite thing. What is the shot of choice? Just a beer. I just took a shot of beer because I don't have anything else, and I don't do the hard stuff. Garnet had time for dinner. Jason, I can't wait. Gonna be one lucky fly fisher for that fly box. That thing is
Whoever gets it is a lucky person.
I actually might go and buy myself some tickets and see if I can
Surprise. Dana wins.
or I just keep having you tie for me, so that works good too. What's the website? Sorry if I'm reading these messages late. I have them up here so I don't have to look down here. John, can you chat the address? The address, the website, in case it's all up top here. Just hang in there. It scrolls through. DNA has reserved parking. Dana, Cam's got to work on that.
Gonna work on your grammar, buddy.
Okay, so if you check out Rick's at Toy Box Tattoo Instagram, he will post his painting on the new fly tying table that we gave away yesterday. Yeah. Colorado, what's up? Edwin Hardiman, Rusty from Orchard Park, New York. Elaine, how did I miss that? I'm not sure. Alec using his mom's Facebook. So that's the new one.
That's a new one.
But that's
all right,
good
buddy.
because he's a younger gentleman.
He is.
And he shouldn't have Facebook. Sorry, guys, just buying some lucky lottery tickets right now, but hard to type my keyboard with my COVID-19 belly hanging over the keys and the table. That's Ben. He's back.
Ben's back.
We missed you last week, Ben. Where were you out camping?
We
What
need
were you
some banter.
doing? Let us know. Okay, so Jim James William Crawford down the street thinks that he's going to win. And he said, the best part about that is there will be no freight on the shipping. Well, it's random, James. And, okay, you talk to me and get some tickets. If you lost your fly box a few days ago, you definitely want to get into this fly box.
Get you set up.
Because it's got a lot going on there. So I don't want to play the video because I'm afraid. We did a little mashup of the whole season. If you stick around to the end, which a lot of you guys do, and we appreciate that. We will play it then. So there, we've promoted, we've said a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel greasy for doing all that stuff, but I'm going to leave that one up there, the website, how to get in on the Flybox giveaway. I also said that if we hit a certain number of entries, I would like to pull a few more things out. A 4-weight Orvis Clearwater. Okay, it'll be separate. It'll be a separate draw from the Flybox. Okay, so if you want to go reload on your tickets, there's an Orvis Clearwater 4-weight rod that I would like to give away. There's also a Orvis Practicaster. So I know everybody's coming out of the quarantine, but it's a great little rod to practice indoors. I've gone through a couple of these, broke them in the fan and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a number that if we hit for entries, we're also going to we're going to pull another name out for the Clearwater rod. We're going to pull another name out for the Practicaster. And what else do we got here?
You got the Clearwater line behind you?
Clearwater. Oh, yeah. And this here is, I believe, a 7-weight Clearwater fly line that we're also going to draw. And if the winner is local, Bow River Brewing told me that I could throw in something from them. So we will see what happens.
So buy some tickets.
Yeah, go jump in, flyfishingbowriver.com. You can go check it out there and get more raffle tickets if you didn't get enough, because there's a lot of prizes to give away. Check out Norvice. Enter the code BowRiver2020, all lowercase. You can save 25% off, and that code is only good while Tim ties.
Well, we're live.
Okay,
Yes.
that's enough. That's enough. It's all in the same draw. You do not need to enter each one separately. So what we've done is every time you've entered, we've cut you a name off. So if you bought 10 tickets, we cut up 10 names for you and you go in the bucket. Once the person wins the Flybox, they get thrown back in. Everybody's still in there. And then if we hit our number, okay, we're going to pull for the Clearwater, for the Practicaster, for the 7-weight Clearwater line, and I'm going to throw in an Orvis Pro line.
Ooh, where's that one?
It's over there on the, I'll grab it when Tim's tying. So yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Good reason.
Just
to
so
buy
you
some
guys
tickets.
know, there's no sponsorship. This is not, Norvice doesn't sponsor us. Tim's on their pro team, and we just reached out and said, hey, would we be able to give these guys a little bit of a discount tonight? And they said they would love to do that. So do jump in, go check out Norvice, grab some tickets. Let's help make race a little bit of money so that we can keep this going next year with a little more ease. We're going to keep it going no matter what, but that always helps things go like that. And now, Tim, you got the show.
Got the show.
What we all came for. Tim's
Don't say
fingers.
that. Just my dainty
And
fingers.
why don't you? Yeah, I would leave the hard one till last.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that one first, for sure not. So we got 2 flies today, guys. 2 dry flies. One is a cripple, and the other one is an extended body dry fly. First one's not too bad. We'll get through that one with ease. The next one is going to be challenging. We'll talk more about that when we get there. So this one we're going to tie it first. We're going to tie it pretty small, just because the technique is good on a small fly, but it can be transferred to any range of size. Tying it tonight in a green drake color scheme. This would probably be a little bit small for our green drakes around here, maybe not for you. We're tying it in a size 14, but could easily be tied up to size 10 or even 8, depending on where you're at. But yeah, really good fly. We're going to take you through this one. And this style it's a really simple way of tying a cripple versus some other styles of cripple flies are are a little bit more difficult. This one's a pretty simple way of creating this. So I'm going to tie it tonight on a size 14 dry fly. So go ahead, and if you picked up the kits from the brewery, you will have this, you're going to have 2 hooks that I believe are probably even the same size, excuse me, for both flies. So go ahead and get one of those secured in your vise. The materials we're going to be using tonight, both of these patterns are very, very simple when it comes to what materials we're using, and easy to find, which is also very nice as well. So materials we're using on this one, we're gonna use some type of parapost wing or some Zelon or something like that as a white wing, and we have a little tiny bit of dubbing. We've got some Antron for the tail, and we have some floss, some yellow floss, and then a hackle fiber. So pretty simple on the material basis, and we can quite easily create this pretty awesome little fly. So now that we got our hook and our vise, I'm going to go ahead and set this bobbin aside. So for what I'm using for thread tonight is I'm just using a 70 denier in black thread for this one. Let's go ahead and get our thread started just behind the eye of the hook, and we're going to work that thread back. We can go ahead and cut off that tail. Now we're going to find ourselves right about at the 3rd way mark of this hook. So a 1/3 of the way behind the eye of the overall length of the hook roughly is where we're going to leave ourselves. So the first material we're going to go ahead and put in is this wing. So this is just a bit of white Zelon or Antron. Just any parapost or floating material is going to do. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to get that put on the hook right there. So I'm going to come in parallel to the hook. I'm going to take a thread wrap right over top of it. Just gonna give my bobbin a little clockwise twist so it jumps a little bit rearward. Okay, we put it like so. So we should be left with it looking just like this. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one side and I'm gonna twist it. Okay, so now that I've twisted it, I'm gonna start putting some thread wraps, almost like I'm working with dumbbell eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna start taking some thread wraps, doing some figure 8s around these 2. So we're kind of just isolating those 2 because we want them to look like 2 different wings. So we're gonna get them nice and separated. We're not gonna go super crazy. So over the last couple weeks, we've worked with calf hair on this exact same style, which is a lot more difficult to work with. You'll see how easy this is. So I've pretty much got them separated. They're where I want them to be. I don't like that they're laying out quite so much. So what I'll do is I'll come in and take some thread wraps only around the wings themselves. Okay, and what that's gonna do is almost create like a post, but it's gonna drive those to each other a little bit so they stand up a little bit more vertical.
Ian just jumped in.
Ian.
First, yeah, he says,
Welcome.
It's Ian from Bow River Brewing. I just wanted to give a shout out, thanking everybody for coming by, staying involved, and hopefully enjoying our beers too.
Oh, we are doing that, Ian. No problem there, bud.
We thank you and Bow River Brewing for allowing us to have somewhere to throw our bags and let the people go and get some great beer.
Absolutely.
So awesome things. If you're in Calgary, check out Bow River Brewing. And if you're in Calgary next fall, come and join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go at this point, just for a little piece of added security. I like to go and use my fingers to, I'll show you from a side angle. I kind of come in and I use my fingers to splay those wings apart just slightly. And then right in that opening, I'm going to reach for just a little bit of clear UV resin. I'm just going to put a little dab right in that V between the 2 pieces. And now all I can do is I can create how wide I want those wings to sit. So I'm going to hold them right about where I want them to be, hit that with a UV light, and now those wings are going to stay
Normally
right where I want them.
Rosina would come out.
Rosina would come out and dance for us, but last time we did that, she crashed the show.
Good gracious, Rosina.
Just like so. Okay, so that's really locked that in. We got no worries about that going anywhere. It's good and locked, okay? So obviously we're not gonna need that wing that tall. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna trim it. This might not be the final trim, but I'm gonna do a trim right away. So I wanna trim it about the overall length of the hook. So we're somewhere roughly right in there. That's what I'm gonna aim for. You can still see I've got that separation of those wings because of how I tied them in, okay? Now I'm gonna transfer my thread to just behind I'm going to start running some thread wraps back towards the bend of the hook. Don't get all the way into the bend, just get close. We're just laying a little bit of thread down for our next material to grab onto. Okay, so now that I'm there, if you're at home, you've got some of this as well. This is going to be just some Antron. There's different types of Antron. This stuff is already in a strand. It's not like a dubbing or something like that. We're going to tie this in up behind the wing, and we're going to secure it to the top of the hook shank all the way back. And what this is doing is we're leaving a trailing shuck. So this is what this is meant to imitate, and why we're calling this a cripple is it looks like this mayfly isn't able to get out of its shuck completely. So its wings have come out, its body is emerged, but it's stuck in that surface film with it in its shuck still.
So kind of like most people after Thursday Night Live.
Yeah, like trying to curl out of bed on Friday morning.
Mark, where's Mark?
Yeah.
Mark was golfing tonight, and okay, Matthew wants me to dance instead of Rosina, so
That's not a bad option.
Should I put on the leopard print thong or take it off?
Or just take your pants off because you're already wearing it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did get us team thongs for tonight.
Yeah.
It is season finale.
There, it brings a whole new meaning to floss. Let me tell you.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna secure this material just behind those wings. So it's gonna take a gathering wrap. And so you see I cinched down. It's a little bit too long. I'll move my shirt. This shirt was not the best choice. There we go.
Good job.
So
How many times have you been doing this? I think
I know.
46 or something.
You would think.
46 times.
I don't have a lot of all black shirts, okay?
24. Well, you could turn it around.
Turn it inside out.
Yeah.
That would work. That would work.
24 episodes, eh?
24 episodes just
That's
this season.
6 months of Thursdays.
6 months of Thursdays. Has it been that long?
I think that's what it works out to be.
Oh, man.
I've had 2.5 beer, and I'm going to get into the barley wine soon. So you
Stay
have
tuned.
to work tomorrow. I have to entertain the people.
That's true.
We all have sacrifices.
We all have jobs. Okay, so I'm going to continue securing this down. So I'm holding that material up so that it's staying right on top of the hook shank. I'm going to take this right back to the hook bend. And normally we wouldn't want to work our tail into that hook bend. But what I do want to do with this material is get just into the hook bend so that it tips down slightly, okay? So it's just going to look like it's hanging in the surface, below the surface, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And so I want you to measure and do one full hook length. So from here to here, that full length I'm going to cut. And we can trim it a little shorter if we want to afterwards, but let's cut there to start with, okay? That's going to be our shuck hanging off the back. We want it to look like almost the whole shuck of the entire body, so that we're imitating the bug being almost all the way out of the shuck, but still, so that's where we get our length from, because it would technically be their full body inside there. Okay?
Tyler is late, and he wants to still purchase tickets for the draw. Yeah, we're going to make the draw at
Good news.
8:30. So 40-something minutes. 45 plus 2 is 47. 47 minutes. Lots of time to get in the draw.
Okay. Why don't you
Larry Richards, welcome from Central Texas.
put the camera on yourself so I can take my shirt off, put it inside out, because it is driving me crazy looking at this.
Oh, sorry.
So no, wrong camera.
Oh.
We don't want any nudity on the show.
Oh my
We'll do
goodness.
it.
That will send us off of Facebook, folks. So I had to get off of Tim, and I didn't mean get off of Tim. I did not mean that. I mean, I had to take the camera off of him and jump into you. So
This is all for you.
So while Tim's over there getting reconfigured with his black and white camo shirt to tie a fly with Antron,
Yes.
I'm going to show you about a few things that we're going to be giving away. This also gives Jim James William Crawford time to catch up. So if we hit our mark, so hand me that fly box since you're still half in the nudes and you can't be shown on camera. We have this fly box. Okay, just absolutely loaded with streamers. We got a whole bunch of saltwater flies down here. We got a whole bunch of flies that we were going to use on our striper trip, which we are still going on. It's just delayed. Right, folks? We got some mice. Okay, there's a ton of big stuff on that side. This is a trout person's heaven. We just added a bunch of bass flies here, hoppers, worms, dry flies. All the flies that we've tied tonight are going to go in here, and we're going to throw in a few more to stock it up.
You might not want them.
You can win this if you go on our website, flyfishingbowiver.com, and you can get your tickets because at 8:30, Janine's upstairs diligently cutting up. So every time you guys throw in an entry, she puts your name in a hat and cuts it up, and we're going to be drawing for this. And we have a number in our head, and if we hit that number, we're going to be drawing another time. So all your entries will stay in for this Orvis Practicaster, this Orvis Clearwater 4-weight. Okay, and so like if we're gonna give you a rod, we should also give you the opportunity to get a 4-weight Orvis Pro fly line. Okay, so these will be separate, but maybe you can win both. And then we also have an Orvis Clearwater fly line. It's a 7-weight, so lots of chances to win. Head on over. Get Tim, you've got your clothes.
I'm good. I clothes are back on.
And let's get back to some fly tying.
There. See, look at that. Isn't that much better?
Yep, it was better than the gorilla in the mist
Yeah. What?
shirt that you wear under your shirt. Your
Shirt
wool.
under. Oh yeah.
Your
well,
wool sweater under your shirt.
I don't know what happened. I hit 20
Okay.
and the hair came. What can I
I've
say?
just got to go check in with some of these comments because I didn't get to them while you had your shirt off.
Oh, gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. Well then, while you're doing that, we'll get moving. So, I'm gonna use next material I'm putting in is just some yellow stretch floss. Okay. So I'm gonna tie this in right back here at the back. So I'll take a nice gathering wrap, and I can just pull on this so I can draw that right back to where I want it to be. We're not gonna create much of a bump here. Not worried about tying it in at the back because we are going to put some dubbing on here. So once I got that good and secured, I'm going to go ahead and try to set that out of the way. Now you're going to have some dubbing in your bags as well. So I'm just going to use some microfine dry fly dubbing in the color BWO Olive. Okay. So we don't have to make a super precise dubbing noodle here. We just want it to be fairly robust because the bodies on these mayflies, they got some size to them, especially these green drakes. So I'm going to put a fairly good dubbing noodle together, making it a little bit thicker down at the base as we are going to want it to build a taper. Okay, so once I've got that put on there, I'm going to start right back covering up my thread wraps and start working this forward, doing some back wrapping over top of my last wraps if I need to build up a little bit more bulk. We're going to take this right up to behind the wings. Okay, and I'm going to show you a little thing that I like to do, and not everybody would agree with me, but I like to run my dubbing all the way up to the eye. And reason being is that when I wrap my hackle fiber over top, it maintains a little bit of bulk and it gives it good color underneath. I don't just see my black thread. Okay, so maybe an unnecessary step. Sometimes this gets be a little bit finicky that way. So I'm going to add a little bit more to my dubbing noodle. And we're going to take this right on up behind the wings here, come in front of the wings, almost down all the way to the eye, and then work our way back. And we will leave that right behind the wings.
I almost brought the synthesizer in today. There's just no more room on my table. Yeah, it's out there.
It's out there. Okay.
But
we all missed out.
I don't have enough room, so.
All right. So what this is?
Oh, Rick wants to know where your One Direction shirt is.
We were gonna try to order this. Who was your favorite band? It was like Britney Spears or something.
That was my second favorite.
Oh yeah. What was your first?
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, right? Yeah.
I have all their shirts.
They just don't fit anymore.
They never did, but I still wore them.
Very nice. Very nice. That's a good question though. I should have brought one. Somebody needs to send me one.
Shirts off for Kippersoft. That's a good point. The Red Mile, you were probably like 5.
Probably.
You just turned 31?
31.
And this was in 0304, 17, 16 years. Yeah, you were young, 15. You weren't out at the bars.
Not yet.
But that was crazy. The old Calgary Flames run to the Stanley Cup. And anyways, you keep tying. I'm just talking.
Just talking. We're going to take that stretch floss, guys. We're going to use this as a ribbing, so it's going to segment the body. So we're going to do nice open wraps as we go forward. It's going to give us this nice segmented appearance. And try your best to keep your wing out of that mess because it does like to get in there.
Did you take your shirt off and get some dubbing off your chest, or did you already have this?
I already had it.
I saw a glimpse of that.
I do have a very hairy chest. That's true. Could just save me if I'm ever stranded on an island. I'll just make some rope. Okay, so we got
Victor Edmonds, who just bought a lot of tickets, said if we could guarantee him the fly box, he would bring it on our boats when you're back to work on the river. That's like insider trading or something.
That's dirty.
That could get us in trouble, but looks like we got a winner, folks.
Yeah.
We're going to try our best to be impartial to Victor Edmonds. If he wins now, how do we say that?
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do.
You just put yourself in a bad spot. Mark just joined, and he's asking what he missed, so maybe you should show him.
No, you're good, Mark.
The dubbing chest.
You don't need to see my chest hair again. That's good. Alrighty, are you guys ready or what?
Chad wants to know why you're not using the friction nut on the vise. It would stop rocking of the jaws. It's true, but...
So, reason I don't do that, and actually, Norvise just did come out with these, something really cool. I actually ordered them. Hopefully they're here pretty soon.
There's those friction set screws.
Yeah, friction set screws.
That's what he was asking
about. Oh, that's what he's asking about. I thought you were talking about this one up here. So this one up here is technically the friction knob, but if I tighten that down, then I can't spin it like I want to. It's too stiff. So I keep that backed off, but they just started selling a couple of friction nuts that go in back here. And
screws.
They're silicone
Difference
screws
between screw
or whatever.
and
Nuts.
Nuts.
That is true.
You took your shirt
Nuts.
off? I keep saying nuts.
Nothing else. Yeah, so that would definitely help, which I'm actually excited for, because that one thing that kind of does drive me a little crazy is that little bit of rattle, right? But that'll be easily fixed.
They showed that last week.
Yeah.
It really fixed that. And while we're talking about Norvise, if you head over during the show and type in Bow River 2020, you can save 25% off on any Norvise product on their website. So if you just got yourself a new vise, check out their bobbins. They're pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. And if you're tying on your grandpa's vise and it's time to upgrade, and Norvise at 25% off is extremely affordable, and that's pretty cool.
It's a great deal, guys. It really is. Take advantage of that. Especially if you already bought a Norvise, it's a really good time to go get some accessories because they make some killer ones. Okay, back to the fly. So what we've done, we've got that yellow floss tied off. Now we're gonna head over to our hackle. So I'm just using a barred grizzly in a kind of olivey green color. That's what I'm gonna be using today. We're gonna just be using one feather. We're gonna tie it in here at the back. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep it. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna strip off a few fibers. You're gonna look at that feather. You're gonna see there's a dull side, a dull in color side, and a shiny side. Shiny side is what we want to be facing towards us when we tie it in. So we want those hackle fibers to be wrapping almost forward, leaning forward towards the eye. Okay, so you got a dull side and a shiny side. So really, I like the shiny side is the top, dull side is the bottom. So we want the bottom, we want the shiny side, facing ourselves when we tie it in. So I'm gonna lay this just against the near side of the hook. I'm gonna tie it in. Don't worry about the fact that you're tying it in against or overlapping that dubbing, because that's okay, because we're gonna be wrapping our hackle over top of that. So I'm just gonna do one wrap just behind the wings to lock it there, and then I'm gonna continue wrapping in front of the eye. And if you pluck just the right amount of feathers, you won't have to trim, but I just left it a little long, so I'm just gonna trim that little bit of stem out right over the eye, so it's out of the way.
So sorry, Chad was talking about the friction nut.
Up top here.
It should be used when you're not spinning the vise. Keep the jaws solid.
Yeah, and it's true. It does. That's exactly what it's built for. I just find that if I tighten it down, then I unlock back here and I just want to spin it and I can't because it's locked down and it just.
Yep, total user preference. But
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, Chad. I thought you were talking about the set screws on the back. And thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do from this point, we're going to just be wrapping this hackle. So I am going to go and just put a little half hitch.
You in love with my beats I've chosen for tonight?
They are good. They are good. I'm waiting for that 80s remix again.
I'm
though.
waiting for like I feel like I'm walking into like Abercrombie and Fitch or something.
That's very true.
The
Well,
smell
the
of
shirts were off, so.
gaudy perfume and whew.
And
Back
ripped
in the
dudes.
days. Back in the days. All right.
Okay, so I'm at this point now, so I'm just gonna start wrapping the hackle. I'm gonna wanna try to get a couple full wraps behind the wings. I'm gonna pass it underneath, and then finish my wrapping forward towards the eye. So the number of wraps you actually get in, not super crucial, but we do wanna get a couple in behind the wings. Then I'm gonna pass it. Actually, I'm gonna go one more. Then I'm gonna, just as I'm going around, I'm gonna pass it just to the other side of the wings, keeping it as tight as possible. Keeping those wraps as tight as possible because we're only using one hackle here instead of two, like some flies do that are built this way. I'm gonna take it right up behind the eye, not crowding it. I'm gonna come in and I will tie that off. Make sure I got it good and tied off before I snip it out. Then I'll just reach in there with my scissors, get rid of just that tip. For myself, what I really like to do, instead of whip finishing here, I like to go in with my half hitch tool, which I'm going to do here. Half hitch tool just being anything that's just got a hole on the end that I'm able to go wrap a couple times around. I'm gonna wrap, so I'll lay my tool on my thread. I'm gonna wrap around it once, twice, 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Then it pushes those hackle fibers out of the way a bit, and I pull, and that thread's gonna slide down off of that. This is actually just an old bodkin, just the handle of a bodkin. And then I can tighten it down. So see what it did there is it actually took those fibers and it pushed them back away from the eye when I locked it down. So I'm gonna do that again. Another 1, 2, pull it in, let it slide down, and tie it off, just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna reach in there. If you've done a couple of those, you probably don't even need resin. Those are gonna hold just as good as one whip finish, okay? So I went in there.
Resina.
I know.
It's
true.
I wanna do it, but I also don't want to lose everyone.
That is.
And I know that's why some people are here.
Yeah,
For Resina.
they're just here for Resina, not here for us and my hairy chest.
Speaking of which,
Okay.
do you sell that dubbing?
I can't help it, just hairy. I'm gonna go in there and trim those wings down a bit. So now that we have our hackle in there, we want that to stick out over top of our hackle, but just not a ton, right? So we want it to come out just a little bit. So I'm just gonna trim those down just a smidge.
Cam, who's not a top fan,
Of course not.
should we value his opinion? He said that he's actually dying laughing that you called a tube with a hole in the end a tool.
Well, it is.
I'm pretty sure his wife doesn't say that to him.
Definitely not.
About his tool.
Jealousy is just not good, my friend.
It's green with envy. But that's okay. On Thursday Night Live, pretty much anything goes. And
Yes.
sometimes our internet feed goes too.
Goes as well. We lose our feed. Well, guys, let me tell you, that was a lot less painless than what's coming, and the next fly is not going to look this good. So take a good look at this one. Burn it into your memory.
You know what? It's you shouldn't talk so bad about yourself.
Oh,
Because I have magic tricks with my camera that can help you
oh,
out.
I'm going to need them, okay? I'm going to need them. So, guys, this is a great cripple. Let's dive just for a second into cripple. I feel bad saying that word. It's not.
No, it's what it is.
It's the right word for a fly. Just don't really use it anywhere else. So a cripple. What is a cripple dry fly? It is simply what it sounds like. It is a fly that hasn't been able to fully emerge properly out of its casing, or possibly it's a wounded bug, or maybe it's the one that my daughter pulled the wings off of and threw back in the water. Anything that isn't able to survive as an adult but was hatched at least partially, they call it a cripple. So sometimes, I know Dana does this trick, very similar to this fly without this tail. You take it and you just smash it, just rip it up and toss it back in.
I like to take the deer hair, the extended body, green drake and a cripple at the end of a hatch.
You can just fish it as is.
When I get a real guy to tie him, I have to crush it. But what Tim's about to tie will also be a cripple.
Oh, fish as a cripple.
In the deer hair category when it's not supposed to be a cripple. But yeah, there's certain times to fish certain bugs of the same species. Does that make sense? And I got schooled a couple years ago because green drakes were all over the place. Fish were eating them. And Troy, it's his birthday.
It's Troy's birthday today.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Welcome, Troy, to, what is he, 83?
I think at least, maybe 80. Yeah,
Gandalf
83.
and his beard. So West River Fly Shop. Head over to Instagram at West River Fly Shop. He might have a lot of underscores there. But check him out. Say happy birthday because Troy turns 49, 52.
He's not that much older than you, is he?
Yeah, he's at least a decade. So it's Troy's birthday. Troy's one of our guides at Fly Fish Mover Outfitters. But speaking of Troy, he was fishing this, and I'm going to say he didn't know why. And he was literally every other cast, he was catching a fish. And I had a deer hair green drake, and I didn't catch anything. And he finally gave me one, which is still in the visor of my truck. And I also started to have some fun. So if your green drake pattern isn't working, you need to know, is it a cripple? Is it an emerger? Is it an adult? Is it a dun? What life cycle is that fly? And what are those fish eating? Because that makes a huge difference, friends. And that's your golden nugget.
Huge difference. Big golden nugget.
29 minutes until we make the draw.
Woo! 29 minutes.
Yeah.
It's coming. I'm excited. I'm excited for someone to get that box. Kind of wish it was me.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, please keep the comments coming. Be sure to razz us a lot on this next one.
Oh, Jen just offered up dinner with herself for Troy.
Oh, well, that's
for
very,
birthday.
that's very
Jen,
generous.
Jen, you're back. It's okay. So Elaine Lee, Doug, said that we should start a pool to see how many extended bodies that you're gonna blow up.
That is so if last week, if that Parachute Adams had a 75% chance of success, this one's got about a 10%.
The D&D had about a 40%.
Yeah,
your odds are with you.
My odds are.
You
have
did
been
blow
pretty
it
good.
up last week.
I did blow it up last week. It was just that stupid wing. It's not. Yeah, I got nothing to say. You'll experience it with me, so I'm thankful that you also get to enjoy what I'm about to do. Okay, well, can we put it off any longer? Please.
Let me just make sure that I got all the comments, and I think that I do. If you guys got comments for me, write it down. I will try to read it if it's appropriate. Like Cam's tool comment, and he said Haley's watching, and she was like, "What?" I'll let Cam deal with that one.
Yeah,
because that's what
buddy.
dads do.
Yeah.
They take care of those situations. So if you're just joining us, this is Thursday Night Live Fly Tying, and this is episode 24 of season 2, and this is our season finale, and we're listening to Abercrombie and Fitch tunes. And
I can't get it out of my head
We're
now.
drinking some Bow River Brewing beer and tying some dry flies tonight, some green drake patterns. So we have a couple things happening here. Is we have this. I never make a Vanna White.
Come on, Vanna.
Ooh, that was good
That
timing.
was really good.
Anyways, if you check up there, we have a bit of a donation giveaway going for this fly box. And if we hit our numbers, and I haven't checked here recently, I know I got to run upstairs and make sure Janine's cutting up the papers as you guys enter. We've got a fly rod, some fly lines, and some good stuff to give away. If we hit our number, it's all going. It's all going. I think let's just say it's going.
It's going.
It's going
Let's
no
go.
matter what happens. I don't want to take it home.
Or leave it at home.
I'm at home. That didn't work. They do
tried.
that.
They
They
do.
do that at shows. They're
Yeah.
like, this is the show special. We are not taking this home. But you're at home.
But you're at home, so
Okay,
you
well,
could leave it at home.
yeah.
It's
so
going
anyways,
out. It's
either
going
way, whatever happens with the draw, we're gonna keep drawing for that, and
Let's
and
do
call it a
Some
day.
great- some great
Season
prizes.
finale, episode 24, and Tim is about to blow up a deer hair green drake. So stay tuned, folks. Also, if you're shopping for a Norvise, if you wanted a Norvise,
Yes.
today is the day because it's 25% off. If you enter the code BowRiver2020 at checkout, you will get 25% off, and that
Huge.
ends when the show ends. So when we say adios,
It's done.
it's over. So
No time to
without
think.
much further ado,
A duty.
the duty of further, without the further ado, you're up, sir.
We're up. Let's
I'm not. I'm over here hanging
yes. I've
You're
built
up.
this up to make it seem like it's gonna be really bad, because it's gonna be really bad. Okay. This pattern is a extended body, green drake. But this is the thing. There's a lot of materials that are easy to work with to make an extended body. There's one that isn't, and this is it. Deer hair. So you might as well be an old salmon fly tire, because half of this is going to be done in your hands. I swear that's just it's difficult. So this fly, although it is extremely crappy to tie, it is a very effective fly. I think it's probably Dana's favorite green drake pattern.
And you need a lot because they don't last long.
Yeah, you're gonna get maybe one fish, so don't really set an attachment of your emotions
fish? No,
to
that's
this.
like you're gonna get about a dozen.
No way, a dozen out of it. All right, well that's better than I thought it was. I don't really fish this pattern very much. He's in love with
How's
it.
your
but
beer? You good?
I could go for another one.
You good? How about we should you
You want
keep
to try that?
time.
You
I'll
try
pour
that,
you a bit of that other one.
other stuff.
Okay, there it is.
Okay. So believe it or not, you're telling yourself, well, that looks really
Yep,
bad.
no, it does.
Right?
Yep, you're
and,
right.
And that's probably the best one I've tied.
Yep. So that's what we like is
So
vulnerability.
if we can hit this, I'm happy. Okay. This is me being vulnerable. I've struggled with this fly, and if I could tell you how many times I cut it off the hook today and yesterday in tying this fly. So as you can see, what it is it's almost like a parachute post, except we trim it down at a bit of an angle so that it looks like a wing. Now the actual hackle, we turn in the opposite direction of what we normally would, because we want that hackle to actually point down so that it makes it look like it's the legs of the green drake. Also, it helps it float. The deer hair will float as well, but it's that hackle that's really gonna do it. This extended body might spend some time under the water, okay? We're gonna trim a little bit out of the back end so that you're using that tail to kind of look like some of the tail fibers that are gonna be hanging off of the green drake, okay? So at home, you guys are tying it in a little bit different color than I'm gonna tie it in today. I think you're tying it in a gray deer hair. I'm just gonna tie it in the green drake colors that we're working on today, okay? So just like the last one, we're gonna tie this in a size 14. Although because of the style of the fly, this is a much bigger green drake than a size 14. It's just that we're not really spending a ton of time on the hook. We create a longer body on it, okay? So without further ado, I'm tying this tonight with this is a, excuse me, a size 14. This is a Firehole barbless dry fly hook. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that attached to my vise. Make sure it's good and secured, like so. Okay, what I'm using for thread today, I'm gonna use a little bit thicker thread because I'm working with that deer hair, and I like to be able to have a little bit more control. And also, I don't want my thread to bite into the deer hair as I'm wrapping up that body, and I show you how to do that, okay? So I go with a little bit thicker thread. I'm using a 140 denier, and I'm gonna go in an olive color just to kind of match the scheme of the fly. But just step it up. If you're using a 70 denier, go to a 140. If you're using a 6/0, maybe go to a 3/0. We just want a little bit more bulk. We don't really have to worry about overdoing it with the thread on this guy, because we're oh my, Dana's doing a dance for me in front of the camera.
No, behind the camera.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, so we're gonna start our thread just behind the eye.
I was upstairs cutting up.
Couldn't have more names.
Holy cow.
That means people are buying. That's good. We're gonna run our thread right back to on top of the hook shank. Bring it back down. Snip out our tag. And let the fun begin. Okay. So where the fun begins is right here. Like I said, I'm gonna tie it out of a green colored hair tonight. You guys at home, if you got the packages, you have gray. So what I'm doing is I need to grab about a half of a pencil width worth of hair, and that's kind of a hard description to explain. But what I'm looking for when I get on this patch, I'll try to show you, is I'm looking for roughly, well, that's even too much. It's a bit of a game, and until you've tied a bunch of them, you don't really get a feeling for what you want. Understanding there's a ton of underfur in there and some hair that you won't be using. So I always go a little heavier than I think I might need to. And then if I want to trim some out, I can do that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, grab a good clump of hair. I'm nervous about this fly. What if it's not enough hair? What if it doesn't work? Go ahead, snip it right off at the base. And we're gonna go ahead, get a hold of it like so. We're gonna pull out all that under stuff. So you got some fluff in there.
The under fluff.
The under fluff. Get that out of there.
Like,
get any of those short fibers.
Changing beats here. I'm not sure I'm digging it.
I don't know. It's just because the shirt came off, so you're playing the Abercrombie. We need our 70s
My
or 80s
shirt
mix.
didn't come off. Your shirt did.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said because my shirt came off.
Okay, guys, so now we want to take those deer hair fibers and stick them in our stacker, okay? So we're going to stack the tips because we want the tips aligned for this. So go ahead, stick them down into your hair stacker. We're going to give it a couple of good whacks.
Cam is getting out of hand, and he's still not a top fan.
Still not a top fan. Well, no surprise there. So we want to orient this properly. So when we pull the hair out, we want the tips pointed forward, okay? So that means I need to tip it like so. I'm gonna pull the butt ends off. That leaves me with my stacked feather, or my stacked hair. I'm gonna go ahead and get a hold of it, making sure I keep good control of it and don't lose any, okay?
What's your thoughts on the GSP thread?
So GSP is really good. GSP is normally 150 to 200 denier, I believe. It's really, really heavy. That's what I use for pike flies. You will break your vise before you break that thread. So you got lots of tug. You can pull as hard as you want. It's really good for spinning deer hair. When we did that D&D the other day, I did the same thing. That's what I was using for thread. Would be overkill for this fly probably, but it's not a big deal. Okay, but great thread for strength and for just being big. So there's strength in, let's say, nano thread, hard to break as well, but sometimes you want the diameter to be also very large. So when you're building like tapers on the heads of pike flies and stuff, when you're reverse tying bucktail, you want a lot of actual substance to your thread as well as the strength, okay? Good question though. So what we're gonna do now is we need to measure out how much deer hair we want, because you need to imagine that there's gonna be an extended portion off the back of this hook. So when we measure this, we wanna measure roughly 2 times the length of the hook. So I keep moving that deer hair around. I look there, that's 1, probably 2 lengths that are in my finger. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. So I imagine that if I tied it in here and I pushed it back over itself, that it would extend back roughly, again, the same length as that hook. So what I want to do then is I'm going to transfer in my hands. Quickly, I'm going to measure it one more time. Pretty happy with that. So once you're happy with the length, put it back in your dominant hand. Go in and trim out those butts because you don't want to have all that hair on there that you're working with.
Is this when I should interrupt you?
This is not a great time to interrupt me, okay? So just hang tight.
I'm just gonna stay over here and wait for you to drink this barley wine.
Okay. So what we're actually are going to do is spin this around here. We want to get full coverage because we're making like this bullet head on the front of this fly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and just use my opposite hand for a second to take a couple of gathering wraps. Then I'll switch fingers. Okay. And I'm going to start to pull down and I'm going to allow...
How many thread bobbins do you have?
How many do I have? I have 3. 3 Norvise ones I keep. Yeah. And about 100 spools.
Oh, and the spools, yeah.
Spools, lots of spools. So what I've done, guys, is that was 2 full wraps. I started to squeeze, the deer hair started to spin. I grab a 3rd wrap and I let it spin some more. And then I just put a couple more wraps in through those butts, just so they get tugged down really good. And I pull all that deer hair forward so I can get a look at it. I can use my opposite hand to just put a few more wraps in there. Really want to make sure that that deer hair is not going to go anywhere on me, okay? So I can wrap down. Gonna make just a nice little platform there. Okay? So imagine we're gonna push all these materials back, and that's what's gonna create our extended body. In theory, that's what's gonna happen. Before we do that, we're gonna tie in our wing, okay? So I'm just using some widow's web is what this is called. It's a MFC product. I think what you have at home is this stuff here with just some gray antron. Same thing, just a wing material, okay? So you're gonna wanna double it over a couple times just to get some substance, because you do want a fairly thick wing.
All right, let's do something here.
Sure.
Well, we let Jim catch up. So what we have here is Bow River Brewing has brewed up this Big Bull barley wine. And the best part is what they write on the back.
Okay.
Bull moose, bull trout, bull riding, and a share of bull, that thing. We got a lot of bull in Alberta, and now we have Big Bull barley wine. A beer with attitude and 9% alcohol, a special release brew at Bow River Brewing in Calgary. Grab one and hang on. So, Ian gifted me and you number 7 of 58. They only brewed 58 bottles. 58. And so we have number 7. I don't know. Did anyone else pick up one of these?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm also
didn't know about
curious
this one.
Of how to get into these. I will take the camera off of me as I awkwardly try to maneuver into this wax-coated
You need
thing.
some scissors?
No, Tim.
Oh, it's wax.
Well, I would assume so, or something.
Look at that.
Now you probably need.
Use your eyeball.
Things are gonna go south quickly.
Hand it over.
Look at
you
that.
did it. Oh.
Like a pro.
Like a pro.
So
to use
I'm
your
pouring
teeth.
this for you.
Did you just breathe moistly into my beer? Is it gone? Is it
No,
gone?
I let it. Nope, somebody's bringing it to you. Nope, you gotta stay up. Just use your hands.
I can't reach.
Just use your hands.
It's too far.
Just use your. This is.
There we go. We got it.
Oh, look at
6
that.
feet. That's a
Look
big
at that.
wingspan.
That is 6
All
and a
right.
half feet. 6'6". Ian, if you're still here, if you didn't get one, call down to the brewery, tell them to hold you one because there's only 58 bottles. And the other 6 went to Ian and his family and the brewers and the employees and
Nice.
then us. So thanks, Ian, for that. Bite it if you're savage. That's costly at the dentist. Nice. Jim, it's not wine. It is a beer with attitude. He's making fun of your wine glass.
It feels like that's not a wine glass. Jim, come on. Come on now.
And now it's my turn.
It's it almost tastes like it's got carbonation in it almost. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I feel like I couldn't drink that whole bottle to myself though.
No, you would be having a sleepover.
I definitely would be
Again.
having a sleepover.
Okay, let's get back to what really matters.
No, we can take some more time if you'd like.
And that is Tim blowing up the next step of the fly.
Okay, there's one of a few different things could happen here. It could blow up, that's possible, or it'll turn out and it won't look great. Both of those are very realistic. Don't be critical with yourself because this fly, even when it's tied by the best, it doesn't look that good. Like it's not a
That's
great
not
look.
true. You haven't seen me tie one recently.
You will never see him tie this fly. I
won't.
promise
I
you.
just fish them.
Just fish him. Okay, so
Okay, here we go.
I'm
wish
right
I
here.
could play some
Oh,
suspenseful
man.
music.
we're gonna start by tying in this wing, okay? So I'm just gonna fold this material. Again, I'm using just a widow's web is what it's called, but it's just a wing material. I'm gonna double it over. I want it to be right on top of the
Why
hook.
don't you go back a bit? Let's show people how you do that, because
Oh, yeah.
I think that's so cool.
So all
'Cause
I'm
most
doing,
people would lay it down and then wrap around. So just show that technique. It's
yeah. And you see me do it for a lot of different things, whether it's tying
Yep.
in legs on hoppers, whether it's whatever.
yep.
All I'm doing is folding it, my material around my thread, and then I'm pinching it. So I can manage it. So when I lift it up, this is controlling
Would
as
you-
well as my
would you
bobbin.
Look at that.
Right?
You got a
So
deer
then,
hair. Look and see what I did to you.
oh, this is not a good start, guys. This is not good.
You were going good, and going well. I meant you can't go good.
So then I can, as I pull down on my bobbin, it brings my material down to where I want it. And so I can hold it there and take an extra wrap, and it holds good tension so it doesn't move. Now, once I've taken a couple thread wraps, I can pull down, and that's not gonna move.
I'm trying to think of how to say. I know I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's Javier. I believe he's from Argentina.
J's or H's, aren't they?
Javier. If you can phonetically spell it out, because I want to talk to you. You wrote a lot of good comments. And he said, Tim will not finish the fly if he drinks the whole bottle.
That is true. I will not. I might not finish the
Well,
fly if I drink that.
There's a
little bit
good
of glass.
chance that this is a 3-beer fly, folks. A
Ugh.
3-beer fly. And
Yeah.
yes, I hope
Yeah.
you brought your costume for tomorrow, because you might be sleeping over.
It's not like I have an important job. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm gonna go around that post a couple times just to kind of create some rigidity to it. Okay.
Derek from Pennsylvania just joined in. Derek, we're glad you're here. This is our season finale, episode 24. We'll be back next October.
Go back and watch some flies that were tied well.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
base your opinion on the show.
I'm
on
over
this
here
next fly.
drinking this special edition Big Bull barley wine.
It's different. It's good, but it's different. Like it.
That
It's got a
phrase
kick to
was
it.
coined by Arby's.
Yeah.
Different is good.
Different is good.
And just like your fly you're about to tie, it might be different, folks.
But different's good. This might just be a spider
It might
fly.
be different. It might be different than the ones you guys are normally used to fishing. But right now it's an emerger that had a bad case of Nachoritos.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so what I'm doing next, and this is really where the fun starts. I'm just using this little. Whoa, where'd it go?
Mark says, let's rephrase that. Tim can't finish the fly if he drinks what Dana poured for him. That's the truth.
That is actually the truth. This is just. It's a little heavier, definitely tasting than the other stuff.
Ryan from Yakima River Country, Ellensburg, Washington. The Yakima Reds Fly Shop.
Ooh, Reds. Yeah.
Yep. So continue, Tim, with your fly.
Okay, so I'm using just you could use a pen or you could use
Tool. It's a tool.
It's a tool. It's something that's circular with a hole in the end.
Yeah,
it's a tool.
it's Cam's tool.
It's Cam's tool.
I haven't heard from Cam in a bit. He's probably.
Why don't you type us another well-worded comment?
Yeah, he is deep and dark into this green drink. It's not going well.
Okay, Jim, I think you're caught up, so let's go. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here with my tube. I'm holding up on that wing material so I can keep it out of the way.
Cam's about to blow. Dave Cross from Pennsylvania, welcome. Appreciate you being here.
So what I've done here, this music got dark on us.
Yep, I was gonna look at that tool.
So look, this is all I'm doing. It's a technique, okay? So I'm using this tool to come in. I'm putting an upward angle so that it drives that deer hair up away from the hook and the vise so that I can get a hold of it with my fingers. Because once you get your fingers on it, that's where the magic happens, and that's what we're gonna have to work with for pretty much the rest of the fly. Okay? So I left that wing long so that I can hold it out of the way. So with one hand, I'm holding that wing out of the way. But
Mark's here. Mark Hammond, he's usually always here, and he just showed up. So.
Well, hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark,
Stop
you're
interrupting.
here at the right time.
This is not
sorry,
the right
go
time.
Ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. For the next 4 minutes, Leave me alone.
Dana's shut off. Cut
So,
off, shut off.
Now I've got a hold of the deer hair. That deer hair has spread out around this wing up here, okay? So I don't want to let go of that deer hair, whatever I do, okay? So I left my thread just behind the wing. So now I want to take one wrap up here. This is going to create that bullet head, okay? Don't cinch down super hard, because then it looks even worse, just trust me, okay? Now we're going to take a wrap behind the wing. And again, we're not squeezing super, super hard, but it's really important here, guys, that you just manage your hands. Don't let go of this deer hair at any time. You have to have one hand on it, because if you don't, you're gonna lose it, okay? So I'm just gonna start now spiral wrapping, okay? So we're spiral wrapping.
You're gonna hate me, Tim, but that camera is about to die.
Oh man, of course it is.
So you're gonna get a little screen time.
This is not great timing, because I'm just gonna hold this here while he does his thing. So what we're trying to do here.
Remember I told you? This is when you're supposed to switch into another fly.
Yeah, right, this is right. Okay, so
cheating.
I'm not cheating. What I am, what I'm gonna show you though is something that I think it helps me only because of, I don't know if it's the configuration of my vise, I don't know what it is, but what I find easier is once I'm here, if I can change the direction of my fly or my thread. So normally I'm wrapping this way. If I can change it on the post so that I'm actually wrapping backwards, I have better control going up this awful deer hair, okay? So all I'm doing here is I'm gonna go up around my wing and come back like on this side. So now when I'm wrapping, I can wrap with the other hand. And I'm only gonna do a couple here, and then I'm gonna transfer my thread bobbin underneath. Okay, grab those tips, don't let them go. Okay, so now I need, in theory, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open spiral my way around this deer hair extended body all the way up. Okay, basically to the tips. So there's a little bit of, just like that. A little bit of finagling here you gotta do, okay? Not super easy. I'm gonna let go, but remember, you always have to have one hand on those fibers. So if I let go, it's only so that I can get a little bit better purchase here. Once I get up to my tips, I'm gonna wanna try to go around twice, 3 times, just so that it's getting a good pinch right there, okay? And then I can tug on that a little bit. Okay, so what I've done is I've created, I know my fingers are on it so you can't see it, but we're gonna use those tips to look like the end of this green drag, okay? I'm gonna moisten this a little bit just to pull it out of the way. Moisten. Because that wing can get just in the way when you're trying to work with stuff. Okay, so now that I'm up at the end of this, I have to go the other direction. Okay, so now I'm gonna continue wrapping, but I'm gonna go back down. Lock my vise in here. So holding it in place, I'm gonna start open wrapping back down the deer hair, trying to keep some resemblance of control as I do it. Okay. So I'm working my way back down again. This might be a good time to switch, but remember, got to keep one hand on at all times. So like I said, guys, not easy. You're trying to basically wrap up and then back down this entire extended body portion. And once you get back to the hook, then you can go back to the hook, okay? But what you don't want to do is when you get back down to this hook, you don't want to cinch down super hard right there, because that's gonna, if I cinch down really hard in that deer hair, it would flatten out this tail like so, and I wouldn't have that nice angle that I've got right now, okay? So I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a lighter wrap right there. I'm gonna come up, a little bit of a tighter wrap now that I'm there, and I'm gonna go and switch directions again on that post. So now I've got my angle back. So now I'm back to rotating the way that I wanted to, okay? You can mess with that a little bit. Kind of fun thing about it is you really can change the angle of that deer hair quite easily. So if you look at the top right now, we're gonna come back to the tail and trim out some of those fibers. But what I like to do is right now just go in with a little bit of UV resin or some super glue or anything, and just touch right where our thread wraps ended up here, just to make sure that those don't slip, because this deer hair is slippery stuff, okay? Super slippery. So I want to just make sure that those don't go anywhere. So I'm going to lock that in place by doing that right there. Dang, it's actually not looking that bad.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I was not here. I was helping Janine cut because it is 8:30.
It's 8:30.
It is 8:30.
Well, let's take a break from this awful fly.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, good idea.
Janine, when you come in, can you grab me a beer, please?
And some water? No, I'm just kidding.
They're just in the cooler
right there.
All right, folks, stay tuned. We're about to draw the
prizes.
Let me just wait. We got some rock playing. This is for Corey Mahan.
Yeah,
he loves the rock and roll. It's actually Troy's birthday, and because it's his birthday, he's into this rock and roll
he
stuff.
loves
So
his
we
scream
thought, hey,
music.
Tim, you made this look easily. Carl's is a disaster. Cam's is still together, so that's pretty cool.
How much?
And everybody
Rosina.
wants to see Rosina, but the problem is, okay, I don't like this kind of music. So what I'm gonna have to do?
Can't do it. I'd rather the Abercrombie.
What
What happened to your 80s dance mix?
Oh, you want that?
The workout playlist.
That was, you know what?
That was one of my favorites.
One of these days we're gonna be having like Carrie Underwood will be playing,
She'll be standing right here.
And like Paul Brandt will be playing
man.
over there.
Can't wait. They'll be singing moistly.
Okay. Singing. You'll be swinging moistly.
Singing.
Okay,
moistly.
folks. Hope everybody's here, and we're about to make the draw. So Janine's camera shy, unless you go on her Instagram 24/7 a day, at Janine Deanna. So she is not camera shy.
Here we go.
Janine, if you watch this one, no, I don't want to see in there. That's.
I want to be in.
You're in.
There, that's the best looking
That's
person
better
been
than
on our
Rosina,
show.
in my opinion. So if you could just hang out with us, and well, every time Tim puts on resin, you can dance, because Rosina crashes the show.
She has the broom, right?
Yeah.
John doesn't know what he's tying, but that's not it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go. Should we go top prize down or down up?
Down up.
Down up?
Down up.
Don't get that big one first.
Okay. All right, folks, you stay put. We'll stay put. And
We start drawing.
Look,
well, Tim, grab a prize from 7 feet away.
But I'm gonna have to get out of my blankie.
Oh, he literally has a Frozen 2 blanket.
Hey, that's Olaf right there.
Look at
My
that.
feet were cold, okay?
I
Jeez.
know.
All right, let's get some prizes.
Well, apparently you're better looking than us, so that's where everybody's at. Okay, so we're giving away the Clearwater 7-weight fly line. Stand over here, babe.
So demanding.
And oh yeah, you got them all cut up.
yes, a lot of cutting happened today.
Okay. The first winner
Don't look.
of the 7-weight fly line is
Ooh, that's hard
probably
to see.
can't read it.
Lots of light.
Well, anyways,
There is a name on
it
there.
says Kimberly Morello. Kimberly Morello, you have won this, and I'm gonna just write this down.
So be sure to send us your address so we know.
We have
where
it.
to we already have it.
Yep.
Well, that's fine then. Don't send it. I guess we know where we're sending.
Kimberly, if you're not here, then we will get you. We will get you your fly line, because you're the winner.
Awesome.
Okay, good luck, everybody. We're going back in for the
Orvis Pro
this
4-weight.
is- Why do I feel like this is more awkward than? Okay, the next winner of the Orvis Pro 4-weight fly line is Jason Daglian.
There
There.
it
There
is.
you go.
Jason Daglian. We can see that we have a winner.
Woo!
Jason, You have won the Orvis Pro 4-weight fly line. We'll get in touch with you. If you're here, let us know. Orvis Pro 4-weight fly line. Okay, you're going back in because you can be the winner of this Practicaster. Be careful of fans and other things that rotate on your roof. I don't know what else rotates on your roof, but okay. The next winner of the Orvis Practicaster, which is very cool, is Alec Dolamont.
Yeah, buddy.
How do I say this? Alec Dolamont, you're the winner. You are the winner of the Practicaster.
No excuse now.
Oh, Jason's upset that he won because he now needs to get a 4-weight fly rod.
Details, buddy. Details.
I wish we could extend you an Orvis deal tonight, but that's only Norvise. And now that I've said that, the Orvise, somebody get this guy some water and take a cab home. Babe, take me upstairs. Okay, Alec, you can go back in because you can win again. Okay, the mirror. How do I get into the drawings? Ed, I wish you can feel free to go give a donation. We've already cut up everybody. 8:30 is the draw. And so, but we're about to draw here for the Clearwater.
Oh, yes.
We'll pull it away a bit.
It was. I had
Rookie.
it focused.
Pull it away.
Let's wait too far. I had it focused up close. Anyways.
For the 4-weight Clearwater fly rod, the winner is Mr. Carl Wong.
Whoa, Carl.
That's a local.
Local boy.
Carl Wong. Carl, you've also won a free 6-pack at Bow River Brewing and
There goes Tim.
25% off of a one-time order. So if you go into the brewery and talk to Ian, he will set you up with a 6-pack, and he will also give you 25% off of whatever you order at that one-time purchase. So load up for the summer, call your friends and be like, hey friends, do you need me to bring you stuff? So and if I'll be your friend, so that works too. So you won the Clearwater rod, and that is plus the Bow River Brew. If Ian's in here, Carl's your man. Even though Carl didn't pay his tab one day,
Really?
he's now winning. So
Well,
that's
Getting back on the plus side.
I guess it's not karma. He took care of it. Okay,
All right.
Janine, let's make the big draw for the enormous box of flies. I'm more excited. I'm like sweating. My knees are weak. My mom's spaghetti.
You're what?
That's
Your
a song.
mom's spaghetti?
Yeah, I just vomited my mom's spaghetti.
Oh.
Anybody know what song that is?
Is that Eminem?
Look at that.
See, Carl, you're getting a lot of friends knowing that you have a 25% discount to the Bow River Brewing. And if you've just tuned in, you're a few minutes late for the draw, but that's okay. We will do another one next year. This is Thursday Night Live. I'm Dana. That's Tim. This is Janine. Better than Rosina because she's real for me. She's real to me. And so we've been doing this lucky Flybox donation giveaway, and everybody who has put their donations in has a name in here. Put up higher. I can read Braille. Okay, I can't. Oh, let me find one. Who wants to win? I can read Braille. Do you finger Braille or do you read Braille, or what do they say?
I think you finger it. You finger it. Definitely.
I think you
I have one.
All right. Let's do it. Who is
Next year, yeah. So Ed, if you're tuning in, this is a seasonal show.
He just know he's
Like, come on.
people are
Well, no,
literally
Ed's-
sitting on the edge of their seats right now. You're holding the power in your
You
hands.
might have bought your whole seat, but you're only gonna need the edge tonight. Oh man.
Too good. Too good.
Okay. This is money, Jason. Jason. He just says his name because he wants to win. Lose yourself. John is my man. John, I can't wait for you to come up here, man. We're gonna have awesome time. Pitter patter, let's get at her. I know everybody wants to see, so
Who to be? Who to be?
oh, I don't even know this name, but a draw is a draw is a draw. And the winner of the fly box is Mike Mike Footy. Mike, are you here? If Mike is here, Mike, are you here? I don't know, but Mike, you're the winner, man, and that's freaking awesome. And
Congrats,
for
buddy.
everybody who played along, that was incredible. I don't even know. Did we hit? I don't even. You cut them all up, so.
You owe me big time. Super awesome, man.
So-
Congratulations. That's
Yeah, so Mike,
That's a lot of flies.
you are the winner of the fly box. And why does it feel anticlimactic? Because it's emotional that the show is almost over and the season is almost finished.
How fitting this music.
yeah, it is. It's like he's got tears running down his face.
Okay, get back to Tim here
Oh man.
and leave me alone. And because I'm going to work on something because I'm not done giving away stuff. That's the best part. That's the best part of Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not Christmas.
Can't give away your body, Ginny. Or Dana.
Okay, give away Jen Lyle.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
you
guys,
can.
hey everyone, stay put. I have one more thing to give away. I just have to go double check that the other person is on board. So Tim's gonna finish blowing up a fly, and I'll be right back.
Apparently, I'm not that other person. Okay, guys, let's do it. We are so close to finishing this fly. And if yours doesn't look anything like that, don't worry. My first 50 also look nothing like this. They do improve over time. Okay, so we've come back. We're here now. We're at our post. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a couple more wraps around the post just to kind of firm it up a little bit. Okay. We don't want to go super high with our wraps. We've come down. Our post, I'm happy with it where it is. We're gonna go in and put our hackle. So I think in your packages at home, you have some light brownish red colored hackle. I think something like this, in this color. I'm gonna go ahead and do it in that same grizzly color I did the last one. I just like that color. Seems fitting and it matches quite well. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep this as well. So what I do is I go in, I'm gonna peel off some of those fibers, okay? Now keep in mind, this one doesn't have to be pretty. This actually isn't meant to be a post necessarily just to hold up the fly. This is meant to actually look like some legs, okay? So when we tie this in, we are going to tie it in right where that front bump is. So we don't want to go any farther ahead than that because we want to maintain our bullet head, right like that, okay? So I'm going to tie it in on the near side of the hook, and I'm going to tie it with this time it's switched. So we're going to go with the shiny side facing yourself, okay? So shiny side of the feather facing yourself. We're going to tie it in like so. Now you can see if I pull it up, we're going to bring it up that stem. I'm going to transfer my thread up and start going around the stem as well as that post, right up to where we had gone at the highest point on that post, okay?
Finish strong, Tim.
Almost there, guys. We can do this. Last fly of the season. Don't blow up. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my thread hanging on that post, just like we did with the last couple post flies we've tied. I'm gonna turn it in my vise so that it's hanging perpendicular. My thread's at the bottom. I'm now gonna take my hackle fiber and I'm going to start wrapping down. Okay? You have to work around that tail a bit because that tail is sticking up. We're just going to keep wrapping until we get down to the base.
Just remember, we're still got one more thing to give away.
Stick around, one more thing to go. And joke's on you. The giveaway is this fly.
The giveaway is the tip that Tim is about to give us.
Okay, so I've done maybe 5-6 wraps. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna trap those fibers now so they can't go anywhere. Can't believe this hasn't blown up yet. Lucky day. So from this point, all I need to do is whip finish, and whip finishing on the post can be a little tough. What's gonna help is we're gonna initially just cut this somewhere randomly just to shorten it up a little bit. And I'm gonna draw some thread out, and I'm gonna go in and whip finish right down at the base, trying to keep all those fibers that I can out of it. We'll do a 2 or 3 turn whip finish. Make sure your materials are clear of your whip finish tool. Tighten that down. Go in once you're confident that's secure. Snip out your thread. Go in and take out that hackle fiber. If you've got some fibers that are hanging down low, those are the ones we want to leave this time. Normally we wouldn't. This is just the stem, so make sure that's out of the way. But if you have any of those hackle fibers hanging down, leave them there because it's giving that appearance of legs. Okay? So I'm going to flip this back over upright in my vise. Now what we're going to do for this wing, I want the wing to be the length of the hook itself. Okay? So if I'm measuring from the back of the bend to the front of the eye, I want that same measurement to come up the wing, and I'm going to angle my scissors back and down to mimic a mayfly wing. Okay, it'll come in. Just like so. Can't even believe it. All right, guys.
Is this actually happening?
Yeah, I can't believe that happened. It didn't fall apart. So all of you guys who betted against me,
Nobody did. Everybody had total faith.
Oh, well, that's surprising. That is our extended body green drake, deer hair green drake. But there's one more last piece of the puzzle. We're gonna go into this tail, and we're gonna spread the tail a little bit, trying to grab a couple of fibers.
That's not good. That's not good. Spread the tail.
Spread the tail.
One last time.
We're trying to get a few fibers on either side exposed, and you're leaving a middle portion in there. So what I'm doing.
A middle portion.
if you look at it there.
Look at you getting all.
Look. You can see it. Middle portion.
Yep. I have never seen a fish look from the top down, but
that's okay.
maybe
I'm gonna
where
go
you
in there.
fish, that is common.
I'm gonna go in there and trim those out. So now if you look at it, I've got that appearance of a couple of separated fibers. How about that? Okay?
Oh,
that's a little touch.
That is good job, Tim.
And guys, that is
I never doubted you for 1 second.
the final fly of season 2.
That is
Thursday Night Live.
That is the final fly of season 2, episode 24.
24. Crazy.
Oh.
If you want to have a fly in a vise like this, you have a few minutes left. Go on over to norvise.com. 25% off. That is a crazy deal, guys. That's like better than show price. You can't miss out. Go in, purchase anything you want off their website. Put this code in, Ep.24 at checkout. As soon as we sign off here tonight, no more chances to get in on that. So take advantage of what you can.
Yep. Head over. All things Norvise, 25% off. I can't believe it. It's too good to be true. Are you sure it's true?
It's true.
It's true.
I only know because I talked with Tim myself.
It's true. Yes. Slow clap for Tim Hepworth. I could not even begin to do that. But for $3.54 at your local fly shop, I could do that very well.
Yeah.
And a lot quicker. So it's a good thing that I have Tim and Tim has me. Why is it good that Tim has me, you ask? I can't answer that. But what I do want to do
is
what's
dance.
with the beats? Like,
We've been all over the map
the
today.
flies might be over,
but the
we're
dancing
not.
is not.
Because I don't know why I put it to this view, because I need to go back to this view. Put it to me. Okay, so what we're about to do is, because I love giving and you guys are awesome and you guys have been a huge part of us feeling really good about staying home-ish the last 18 months. Has it been that long? Has it? Has it been that long? I don't know. But what we want to do is give away something more. So in talking with one of our good friends who joins us, Tim, you don't even know what I'm giving away.
I have no idea. I'm in suspense here.
I keep him in suspense. Rick Gertzen, okay, he is an artist extraordinaire, and he said, hey, why don't we give away another one of those fly tying tables that we built?
Yeah.
And he will do some awesome artwork on it.
Killer.
So I thought, that's a great idea. Why don't we do that? So we worked out a deal with Rick, and we're going to do that for you guys. So awesome giveaway. I think this one, because it is a craft and art, it's pretty special. So what I want to do, because you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about, is I want to show you exactly what beautiful artwork it is on a fly tying table that we've designed. And stay tuned for more of that. This is Rick's artwork, and so we're gonna give this away right now. It's pretty cool. Eh?
That's awesome.
So I would say with the artwork, that's about a $500 value.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, $500 value for that entire thing. And no, you don't have to go back and buy more tickets. You guys just have to stay right where you are, because
That's awesome.
you guys have already done so much for us. So we want to keep giving. So I have to get myself back into this.
Into the pot. You're stirring the
I'm
pot.
like an ostracizer here. Okay, are you guys ready? All right. And what I always do to Tim when he's halfway through a fly. We have to show you this again. Check this out, folks. We're still here. We didn't freeze.
Joke's on you. It's beautiful.
But anyways,
like,
I'm
honestly.
like just sitting here admiring that, because that's absolutely incredible. And so I don't know, Rick, are you willing to take orders as far as when we keep producing more of these, you can paint them. We can take orders. Rick Gertzen. Tim, I just called you Tim. Ed's not in the pot. That's not good. It is gorgeous. So, all right, let's go back to me and Tim. And I already drew a name.
You drew a name. Let's hear it.
Okay, so
He's gonna
this
drag this on
does
for 10
ship
minutes.
pretty easy, because it assembles just like your fly tying kits when you get it to your house. So if we have to ship it, it comes in a table, a shelf, and it comes with 15 pegs, 3 posts, and 4 tins on the side, which aren't pictured here. Sorry, Rick, you got a what do we call them? The
Prototype?
prototype. But the one that we will ship out will be. So yeah, Sven Diesel's back in the house, and he said,
That's
drop
right.
your fly on it so every fly catches the fish.
Not a bad
Okay,
idea.
yeah, Rick said he's open for work. So
Killer.
the winner is Sinaj Garrick.
What?
That's backwards. All right, the winner is, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to let you guys read it. Craig
Jones.
Jonas. Craig Jones, if you're watching, you have just won.
Man.
You can't see this, but anyways, Craig Jones, you've won the fly tying table with custom artwork done by Rick Gertzen. And I will
Killer.
throw it back up here so we can talk about it one more time. A custom fly tying table designed by your fine friends at Fly Fishing Boat Outfitters. Custom painted by Rick Gertzen. That's pretty freaking awesome. It's Craig.
Craig's here?
Craig from
Craig.
the Okotoks boys that always
Oh, that
come.
Craig.
Yeah,
Oh,
look.
yeah. Heck yeah. That's
All right,
awesome.
well, there we go. So we don't
Congratulations,
have to
buddy.
ship it, but
Don't have to ship it.
if we did, that's how it would
That
go
is
down.
awesome. Congrats, man. That's a killer prize.
Yeah.
Whew. A lot of good prizes tonight.
So, yeah, everybody who played along, joined along, hung out and tied with us, hung out and drank some beer. How is your...
Nursing it. Nursing it.
and if you guys want to head down to the brewery and pick up these, I have bottle 7 of 58. So I know some of you had messaged Ian to get on the list, and that's awesome. So to all the winners, I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to go find them out of the bin again. Send us a message if you're here. If you're not here, we'll send you an email. Craig, that's pretty awesome that you're the winner because you've been awesome. He's
Hugely supportive for a long time.
the crew that comes out and supports us all the time. So next season we'll start. We don't know when, but we might crash the show. But what I want to do, and I don't want to leave yet, I want to show you guys the little mashup that we played, or that we made. And so hang in there. It's about 3 minutes long. Please don't leave because we're coming back as soon as that's over. I just have to figure out how to play it. Just still stay with Tim. Why don't you tell him a joke?
This is what he does. It's like, oh, hey, wait a second. There's
Well,
like
yeah,
gonna be 20
'cause
seconds. Not actually enough time to tell a joke, but make sure you tell one in this short span of time. You're gonna like this, guys. It's good. It's emotional. He showed it to me, and I felt emotional about it. It's like, it's crazy to see even just where this season started to where we are now. Like, a lot has changed since we started in November in the world, for us personally, from the brewery to here. The whole experience has been at times overwhelming, but what a special thing. So enjoy. I think you're gonna like it.
All right, I think I have it. If you guys don't hear audio, let me know.
There it is. All right, everybody, I would like to welcome you guys back to Thursday Night Live. We're back in business. So season 2, last season was awesome. Lots of familiar faces, and lots of new faces, which is as exciting for us. We're excited to have a lot of new people come out this year again. Yeah, it was a great season. We're gonna try to keep kind of similar to what we did last year. We did, I think, 19 episodes last year, roughly. We'll probably, if we stay on schedule, will be a few more this year than that. All right, guys, I want to welcome you back to another episode of Thursday Night Live. This is season 2, episode 2. I want to welcome you back to another night of Thursday Night Live fly tying event here with Fly Fishing Boat Outfitters. Welcome back to another Thursday Night Live. My name's Hepworth here with Fly Fishing Boat Outfitters.
Thursday Night Live here at Carabao Craft Brewery. My name is Brandon Esposito with Fly Fishing Boat River Outfitters.
All right, everybody, I want to welcome you guys back to another edition of Thursday Night Live. All right, everybody, I want to welcome you back to another episode of Thursday Night Live. This is, yeah, thank you, Aaron, thank you. I'm Tim here with Fly Fishing Boat River Outfitters.
Tonight we're tying the Purple Haze and Trina's Noble Chernobyl.
Obviously, tonight we are not at Bow River Brewing because, as we all know, the world is kind of turned upside down.
Bit of a weird place right now.
What's up, you there?
You there?
What's
Check,
that?
check. 1, 2.
Is that how we start the show now?
Oh, we're started? Oh, okay. Sure. Welcome back to another episode of Thursday Night Live. My name's Tim Hepworth here with Fly Fishing Boat River Outfitters. Over on the other side of the room, we've got Mr. Dana Lattery running the show. Gonna be answering all your questions, so make sure you keep them coming. Lots of comments. And
All right.
yeah, we got another show for you tonight. Welcome back to another Thursday night fly tying event here with Fly Fishing Board River Outfitters. My name's Tim Hepworth. Over in the other corner of the room, we got Dana Lattery. You'll see him in a minute. I just want to thank you guys for coming out, tuning in for another episode of Tying Some Flies with us. We got 3 flies on the docket today. A couple of pretty cool looking caddis and crane fly. So really excited to go through those with you. Just want everybody at home now, I guess. The way we used to do this is we're always meeting at a brewery, so we have a community of people there with us, and always referring to the people at home, but I guess everybody is the people at home right now. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, just being in support with us.
Hello.
There he is. We got Dana.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. Aren't going, yes. The way things aren't going, we may be here with you longer.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man.
From far away. All right,
I'm enjoying my Riverfest again.
I got one job only, and that's to hang out with you guys and sit here and make fun of Tim. So,
all right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Tim Hepworth. Outside the room, we got Dana Lattery. We're here again for another episode of Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. We are on episode 23. I can hardly believe we can say that high a number. It's been a great season, and just another great episode coming up for you tonight. We want to thank everybody who's tuning in. We got people from all over the world that tune in every week. There's my cohort over there.
there I am.
We want to know. We want to know where you're from. And that says it all, guys. Thank you for your support. Couldn't say it any better. It's overwhelming sitting here, even for us watching that. It's been a journey, and having you guys here with us, your support has meant more than. He's so glossy-eyed over there. Look into the camera, Dana.
That's all good, folks. I've watched that 100 times making it today, and I spent a lot of time going over all the episodes. And the interesting part is that I think we forget to look back and see, what was taken from us with.
Yeah, literally
All
take it from us.
Tim, tell a joke.
I'm not good with jokes. Come up with something else to make me do, okay? I'll dance. I'll
Tim,
tie
take
flies.
your shirt off again.
Yeah, okay.
It's emotional
I can do
because
that.
what was taken from us was why we started the show.
That's
Very
true.
So.
But it's what a pivot it's been though to have. As good as it could be, it is. And we can be honest about the fact that our show has become something better for the situation.
Yeah.
And I can't believe we'd have ever said that. We were devastated when we knew we couldn't be with our people. But what has happened is we've connected with way more people because of what we're doing now. We've created a show. I don't have to sit here by myself and entertain you all by myself. You saw all those intros with just me. And for me, it's like, I loved it, but I didn't love it. I love what we have now. This is special. I get to spend, and you're up.
Yeah, I know. All right, keep passing the Nerf ball.
Use your cone. You can talk now. You hold the lamp.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like for me to be able to do this with him, I don't have to do it by myself. What it feels like by myself, it's special. So
yeah, and a couple dudes drinking beers, getting all worked up, just because of
Back to this stuff.
the emotion. Well, you drink that. You freaking put some more hair in your chest.
I don't need
We
any
don't need
more of
that.
that.
We don't need, we might have a full-time dubbing farm on Tim's chest
Oh
for
man,
next year.
it's true. We're gonna be selling that stuff. It's be worth something. Short and curly.
But yeah, anyways, the community, the group, the people that we've met, I think when we did this, when we started 2 years ago, I think there might have been 1 or 2 people that we knew there.
Yeah, maybe.
Some of
And it was
my
you.
and your new best friends have come from gathering at Thursday Night Live. We've slid into finding Bow River Brewing just through happenstance. That's been incredible. Ian down there has been all world, taking care of
Game
us,
changer. Yeah.
giving us a place to hang out with you guys. And the irony that we didn't plan that we'd hit 24 episodes and move on. What we planned was to try to keep everybody entertained while we had to stay at home. And now Monday in Calgary, the brewery can actually hold people again. So
It's huge.
it's just kind of
Perfect.
cool how it all happened. Yeah. So cheers, all you guys. Seriously, all you people who show up here. The comments that I'm just flying through right now. That thanks for the great date nights. The made Thursday something special. Yeah. As soon as you got the boats out, let me know. This has been a fun weekly thing for me and my guy. And as a beginner, I've learned so much. And we learned so much because we don't know all the. I say we like I'm tying them too, but I got to choose all the flies and figure out what needs to go into them. But we learn a lot because there's a lot of flies that we got to figure out how to tie.
That's true.
So it's a process and it's a learning curve. And the fly tonight, Tim was very paranoid. He was going to completely blow apart. But under pressure, skilled people perform. And I think if you look at that green drake, I would probably fish it too. So
Well, thank you for that.
lots of good things come out of this. And
Fly tying is just an excuse to be here. It's about a lot more. But we have learned a ton. Learned a ton, not only in the fly tying, but just about. I mean, we learn a lot about you guys because you say a lot of fun stuff that keeps us going, and we go. I mean, literally, we go back and read all these comments throughout the week because we get a lot out of it. It's that piece that makes it. I mean, it's all worthwhile, but it makes it a lot more worthwhile being able to see you guys' comments. It's fun.
yeah, and about the fly tying or the fly box here that we're giving away. Everybody who donated, I haven't figured out the total here, but it's been like blown away actually of what everybody has donated to, keeping us going. Like I said at the start of the show, there's nothing sponsored here. All these giveaways are, Tim's tied all those flies. The fly box was given to us by West River Fly Shop. The fly lines are fly lines we've purchased, all that stuff. And it's just kind of a really fun way to give back to you guys for coming and hanging out with us, whether it's at the brewery or whether it's here online. So yeah, we'll, it's like you don't want to let go, but we're going to hang out for about 10 more minutes. And so
Give us some thoughts on the.
we can still throw this out there because the Norvice 25% off code is still there. Does nothing for us if you use it. We don't get a kickback. It's just the guys at Norvice really appreciate what we're doing and kind of showing off the Norvice every night. So they wanted to extend this to all you guys for the length of the show tonight. So yeah, if you have comments, questions, anything that you want to talk about for the next 10 minutes, we're going to hang out with you guys and do our best to answer the questions. Douglas McLean, we'll see you on the bow. 100% can't wait. Jason, I can't wait. Can't wait to see if you can get bags up my way. Also, if you go on the website, you guys can sign up. There's an email. Throw your email in there, and we can then send you guys emails about when the bags are ready for next year. We're going to have that stuff all done beforehand so that we can ship out to everybody all over the world so that you guys also have your kits and then you can join us and changes the experience for everybody that way.
It's a game changer, guys.
Marcus
There's a lot
von
coming.
Baldwin. I know we just showed a picture of an MDF fly tying table. There's a rhyme and a reason behind that stuff. But if you truly want a masterpiece and a fully customizable, incredible piece of artwork in its own fashion, check out Von Baldwin. We've been tying on his table all last 2 seasons. So Von Baldwin Fly Fishing, check it out on Facebook. He just posted this absolute phenom beast of a table. He got legs built for it. I think it's 5 feet, Marcus. Is that correct?
Crazy. Big,
A resin inlay. He spent hours on a scroll saw cutting out wolves and bears and all this cool stuff. So if that's your thing, check that out. He's been a huge friend first and foremost and a big supporter. Whew, Alex, yes, thanks, man. Appreciate. Can you read those too, or am I just on my own?
I just
here?
I can't read them. It's too
Yeah,
far away.
you've had too much to drink out of the barley wine. So, Cam, thank you for all you do for us. Have a great beer and an even better welcoming place to do it. He's talking to Ian, not us, which is fine. Ben, thank Ian for keeping up the beer supply and the deliveries. Maybe next season at the brewery will be twice the turnout. I know I'm in, and I have 2 or 3 buddies that are very interested. Yeah, Ben, I think we're going to have troubles next year.
Yeah.
Because we were pretty full this year. We were hitting that 30 mark. But we're always ready to adapt and pivot as we've done. I know you can see the vinyl brick and the vinyl wood in the studio that we've kind of thrown together just to kind of keep things going. So we will adapt and make things work at the brewery. The group of people here is special. You guys have to come next year and just meet them all. I know we've all kind of intermingled on. Apparently, Mike. I met Mike yesterday at the brewery. So Mike's local.
Mike's local too. Awesome.
So that's super cool too. I don't think he's here, but yeah. So Gavin, who is a top fan. Not Cam.
Not Cam.
Thanks, Tim and Dana. Thank you for everything you guys have done this season. You've definitely helped lighten up the mood with what's going on in the world while developing an awesome community. Hope to run into you guys on the bow and to get officially meet you both at the brewery next season.
Love it, man.
Gavin, appreciate it. I think you're one of Cam's buddies that he kind of pointed our way. So we appreciate you and all the support that you've given us and showing up and being very communicative on here. Florida out. I think Joel's saying he's going to bed. Order some DQ, skip the dishes. That's Ben's thing.
That's Ben's thing, yeah.
Ben, were you here for the intro? Because you definitely made the intro
You're
this
in
year.
the intro.
Jennifer Lyle always has something to say. And she says, as a new tire, definitely helped my confidence. Great laughs. I might have to get my own Facebook page. I don't know.
Don't do something like that. That's
wouldn't
crazy.
risk that.
Your facade will be gone.
Yes, Justin, get a hold of Marcus. He'll take care of whatever you need on the custom department. Marcus, this is extremely therapeutic. This new normal is strange.
See if I can do it this time. Oh, that one too.
I think you've got a lot of work to do back there. Sorry, folks. The one-handed show that we've got, I think that's a battery.
Is that a battery?
Yep. You're going to have a lot of work to do to figure out how to get that battery.
It doesn't say that. Here.
Well, Tim tries to figure out technical things.
Did it come back up?
Nope. Nope. Still not on, Tim.
It's on.
Is it showing?
Yeah, I see the screen there.
Unplug the cord and plug it back in. Anyways, that's what happens when Tim touches the electronics.
We all have our areas of expertise.
Derek, talk to me about what you mean the best surprise catch. You're back on, Tim.
All right.
But it probably is dead. So
Probably is dying.
what I'll do is I'll get Tim over there. Best surprise catch. I'm not sure totally what that means.
Best surprise catch. I'm not sure what that would mean anyways. Get back tucked into my frozen blanket.
Okay.
So this
didn't work because it is dying.
Yeah.
So this is you can keep
Sometimes
talking.
there's just technical difficulties that
We're gonna show your awesome fly. 'Cause that's what the people came
that's what they
for.
came for. We have I don't have the brain to run what he does. So when he says he's just here to chat, that's actually not true in the least because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to the camera or running this program. I have the easy job of just showing up and tying. That is what the truth is actually about. Oh, look at you go. That was quick.
Yep, used to work for NASCAR.
Quickest battery change I've ever seen.
Look at that, Tim's back.
Tim is back.
We were gonna do something if Tim blew up the fly, we're gonna pull a fake battery died.
Battery died, and then there'd be a hopper in there.
Okay, let's try to answer the questions. Honestly, Mark, this has been extremely therapeutic. The new normal is strange, But on Thursday, we could just forget the strangeness and just be a fly tying fishing community. Cheers, Mark. We appreciate all the support.
Hugely.
Gunnar, we appreciate you. Rick, thanks for all the love. Yes, can't wait to get that table done up for Craig. That's going to be super awesome. Have a great summer fishing season, everyone. That would be fantastic. I'm in for that. I hear in the driftless and love tying everything and drinking a few beers. I think I'm really late on my...
On your comments.
What I'm trying to do is get... Hey, you talk.
Oh, I'm just trying to read some comments. Next year, we need a bigger font so I can actually read that screen. We really appreciate it, guys. Though, like these comments are great because it's as much as you feel those things, we feel the same, and we are excited for the summer. I mean, this coming to an end does kind of mean that we are transitioning into what should be our busy season. We should be guiding here soon. We don't know what that looks like yet, but hopefully we can have you out on the boats with us before too long. So as bittersweet as it is that we're done here for the season, never actually done. Next season's got a lot of cool things coming, and we're excited about the potential that really because of you guys, the potential of this growing is great. We're excited to be able to put out more stuff next year, get these out to more people. I think there's just a lot coming down the pipes that could change in the next few months.
We can risk crashing.
Oh, we can risk it. There
But
she
I
is.
thought we couldn't let everybody go without seeing Rosina.
One last time.
Oh.
Yes, that moves.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
People are asking about the signs.
Oh, yes. So we got some signs. These are orderable.
I know I said I was going to put them on the website this week, and I haven't because the shipping is really difficult on those. So I'm trying to nail that down and find somewhere that we can get them to you guys that's even worthwhile. The price is $60 Canadian, which is about $5 American. But some places the shipping was up there close to the price of the sign. As soon as I get that stuff figured out, we will put them on the website. Right before COVID hit, we had hats and shirts and all that stuff ready to come in from Colorado, and that didn't happen, just like a lot of things. So it's coming together. We're going to slowly recover from this, and we will keep you guys posted. So follow our social medias, and we will post that stuff as quick as we can. So sorry about that, Mark. Make a trip to Utah for some water action. LJ, appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate it. Keeping it light, Rosina rules. That's why I threw it up there.
Yeah.
Cam, you guys have been rocks in this weird time for all of us. We appreciate you more than you know. I'm glad to call you all friends. As the same for you,
buddy. We love you.
One of the originals from Thursday Night Live.
Yeah, we didn't know Cam before Thursday
No.
night, did we? We didn't. No, that's
I
crazy.
think I went fishing with him once.
Yeah, I didn't meet Cam till
Good,
Thursday night live.
good people.
But crazy good guy.
Olaf from Sweden. Stay safe. Thank you for tuning
Thanks,
in.
Olaf.
Be great to share beers. All you guys, if you want to come up and fish in our waters and you need someone to show you where to go, we would love to take you. If you come up here and you just need us to point you in the right direction, we'll do that. And if you come up next year in the winter, we'll point you in the direction to the Bow River Brewing,
Yeah.
and we will
Share a
love.
beer together.
Can you like that first episode is gonna be like,
Can't wait.
I know.
Can't wait. See everybody.
Joel, thanks for the fun season. Can't wait to make the trip from Denver because he won the retro throwback pictures contest, so he got himself a free trip.
Nice.
So Joel,
Nice.
when you get up here from Denver, we can't wait.
Can't wait, buddy.
Derek wants to know the most unexpected fish. I think it was a burbot on the Bow River.
Yeah, that was super random.
That was weird.
I mean, we know we have them, but that was a big one too. It wasn't
Yeah,
even
that
like
was huge.
a huge burbot. Yeah,
Burbot, that's probably that.
definitely.
Rick wants to know about the hat behind me. Well, folks, stay tuned.
Yeah.
That's. I'll show you.
There it is.
It's a sticker. So we've ordered a bunch of blank hats. And we've ordered our patches, part of the COVID things that aren't really...
Not everything came when it should have or happened when it should have. So
I forgot this was supposed to go. This goes with the fly box. Ian wanted me to throw it in, so...
cool.
Mike, you've got a toque. You could use it today. We got a couple
Yeah.
inches of
Got
snow.
some snow today.
I'll put that over there. Okay, what's up? Okay, let's go. We got a couple more minutes here, guys, and then we got to check out. Tim's got to work at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, true story.
John, it's truly been great. It's been great having you here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get to fish with people, and then we don't ever see them again until the next season, and we fish with them. So this has been truly special for me, having guided John last October, I believe, and getting to hang out with him
Interact.
in the meantime. So that's pretty cool. Marcus is waiting for the mobile fishing lodge. Yeah,
like
we
that.
will have clothing coming up, folks.
Yeah.
I wish for myself, first of all,
Yeah.
that I wouldn't be wearing no-name gray hats with nothing on them.
Touche.
Justin Fisher, I found this when I did. I'm so happy. It was great to get through the isolation period. Hope I can get up there and go for a float and pick up a couple of signs. That's the shipping might be cheaper, or
just fly here.
a guided trip might be cheaper than the shipping. So we'll get that figured out, guys. Tim's Instagram is Timothy Hepworth, or at Tim and WREN, Ren. Tim and Ren. I guess I could put those up there too, just so you guys can stay in touch with us.
Yeah, it's good to be able to stay in touch, guys. Like we love to hear from you, and that even though this might be kind of coming to an end, never hesitate to send us a message on our Instagrams or any of the social media. Dana's got a couple as well, First Cast, Last Pass, as well as at Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters. Obviously, at Fly Fishing Bow River is what the hashtag is, or the the name on Instagram. So yeah, anytime you want, reach out. Like he said, yes, we are guides, and we want to guide you. That's obviously we'd love to do that, but never hesitate. If you're in our area, let us know. We'll direct you to, where you can go catch some fish, or furthermore, just to answer questions for you. Just because, I love tying. I love the information that is around it. Never hesitate to reach out and ask a question, or give me a call. We'll chat. I love talking about fishing and fly tying. So always be comfortable in reaching out to us. We're pretty easygoing.
Ben's up 12 pounds from Dairy Queen and pizza. And Bow River Brewing's open all summer.
Yeah.
So we can definitely squeeze in there, and when things lift and restrictions ease off, we can go have some 2-meter beers.
Yeah.
They should come up with a 2-meter beer.
2-meter beer. Crazy to think, like, even just giving somebody a handshake, what that'll mean one day here soon.
Does Tim want anything from DQs?
From DQ?
Janine just asked.
Oh, man. I'll take a regular small dip cone.
He'll take a... What's that mean?
A regular dip
Like
cone.
chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate.
Chocolate dipped
Chocolate.
cone.
Chocolate
And I'll
dipped cone.
take a cotton candy dipped cone. He wants a medium because we can get 2 for $5 in Olds. Shameless
Medium.
plug.
Medium it is. That's what we need. We need a DQ sponsor.
Doug, we appreciate you. We got you intermittently last year, and we've kind of got you full time this year. And your support and your positivity and all that fun stuff with us has been amazing. Glad that I remember the first conversation is he was trying to figure out how to watch it, and he missed the first at-home episode because
he was on his wife's Facebook.
we couldn't get on, but he's on, and he's been here, and he's super supportive. So yeah. Okay, good. Follow Tim. Can't wait for hugs. Yes.
Yeah.
Fist bumps are cool, but that's awesome. Also, we got out for pike the other day, and that probably was one of my most favorite days of fishing in a really long time.
Yeah, that was...
The pike were just... I think you went 10 for 14 casts.
10 for 14 casts, yeah.
On pike. I
Crazy.
mean, not that's all. That wasn't it. It was we got spoiled that day.
Super spoiled.
Um,
You caught a giant, which was cool.
yeah.
And the most brutal thing is prepping for this trip, knowing we were going. I'm at work. I slave away, tie some gorgeous pike flies, and
Yep.
I love tying pike flies. Big, ugly, wiggle
Big,
tails.
huge
He
waste
comes
of time
in here.
flies.
He won't,
I
even
told,
put,
but
he won't even put it on his line.
But I told him, I said, Tim, I have a fly that, trust me, it just catches pike. And it's about,
It's a saltwater tarpon fly.
it's
that
like
he
a
fishes pike
deceiver
with.
slash half and half-ish. It's
Something.
literally soft hackle, a piece of chenille around the throat, a couple of hackles down the side, and some bucktail,
That's it.
and some flash.
And he
And,
caught both of the biggest fish of the day came on that silly fly.
yeah.
And one of them was a big fish, really big fish. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, the other one, which I think was bigger, that ate it off the surface, was on that.
That was on my fly. I'll feel better.
Yeah,
For that.
well, you didn't make the magnum tail that it actually ate, so.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that was a spoiled day. That was fun.
So, Carl, I think you make guitars or something. Am I correct? Because he wants to
Guitars,
donate
really?
a handmade net for either this kind of giveaway or for the Christmas event. If you guys haven't seen our mystery fly box, that's one thing we couldn't emulate during this was the mystery fly box. The last episode, usually we do a mystery fly box where you people come up and lead the show with a random box of fly tying material. And we couldn't do that, but we did it at Christmas. It was the walk and wade day. I mean, we had our boat, but
Yeah.
like it was, yeah, it was pretty cool. So, all right. Anyways, it's like I don't want to. Don't
Yeah.
let me go.
No, it's
Don't let me let you go. So I put up our social medias here.
There they are.
Uh-huh.
Savannah.
And follow us because we'll keep you guys posted of all things that are going on. Sign up on our website, flyfishingbowriver.com/Thursday Night Live. There's a sign up thing. You can get notified when we got the bags coming and all that good stuff. But electric guitars too. So Carl, we need
Killer.
to chat because I play guitar. Played.
And I sold my last guitar and been craving one, so maybe we do need to
I
talk.
played guitor on
Played.
the episode once.
You did once, yeah.
And I
We
was
never
gonna.
saw the harmonica.
No, I couldn't find it.
Oh man.
Yeah, guys. So keep your stick on the ice. You're right. Yeah, Cam. I love you more. No, you love. You hang up. No, you hang up.
You hang up.
I'm watching the viewer count and it's not dropping. I'm like, if it hits like 20, I'll
Yeah.
I'll
It's
peace
time.
out. But
It's hard.
Um,
It's hard to say goodbye.
I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you walk away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
So let me degraphic the screen here. And I think we're, just making sure we're. So, folks,
Yeah. We need a good sign off phrase. We've never
so
had one.
folks, you hear that music, and that is the last time you're gonna hear it for season 2.
Season 2.
We're a minute and 55 away from closing out episode 24 of season 2. So we love you guys. We appreciate all of you, guys, girls, however you identify yourself. We appreciate you. All good things this year.
All good things.
And we're going to begin again next year, October. This year, October.
Yeah, it's not even that far
October,
away.
November, early, whenever we stop, hopefully guiding.
Hopefully, yeah.
Carl's bawling. I'm bawling. I'm not crying. You're crying. We're all crying. That's it, folks. I'm Dana Ladder with Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters. It's been an honor to hang out with you guys for 24 episodes.
Truly. I'm Tim Hepworth, also here with Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Next year's right around the corner. Can't wait.
Nice screwed up. I deleted the graphic. So,
We were doing so
if
good.
you just hang on, I will do my best
It's all good.
to make sure that you and I cheers.
Peace.